Yeah, thinking that it happened overnight. It didn't. In it for the long haul flight. Committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite. I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite. They timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight. I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause they timid. Look, hey. I got people trying to wish and pray that I'ma fall about it, all about it till we spoke in person. Don't wanna talk about it now, huh? Oh, you sound tough, toying with them, don't get wound up. How you wound up? Another number in the round up. Put the town up, I built this thing up from the ground up. And if I bounce up, I get my crown stuck. Green light go, got the east side flow. I'm a giant in space like FIFA 4. All the kids sing along like EI.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
On a warm, late summer afternoon, we've got football at Paycor Stadium here in the Queen City of Cincinnati. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bengals make their way out on offense for the first time, led by their fifth-year quarterback out of LSU, Joe Burrow.
Burrow is coming off a year where he suffered his second season-ending injury over a 4-year span. And while that's certainly concerning, there's certainly no denying he's truly one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL whenever he's on the field. However, for them to reach their full potential, he has to be out there. Because as long as he is, this team is a legitimate contender to win it all.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is
under pressure, and they got to him again. Leonard Williams in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick six, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
The Seahawks set to go on offense here, and it is the Pro Bowler Geno Smith at quarterback, Charles, in his 12th NFL season.
And Smith continues to show that his career resurgence hasn't been some fluke. He's brought a level of maturity, stability, and good play that allows him to compete with any team on any given week. The real question is whether or not he can become a championship caliber quarterback. Only time will tell, but for now, he's done enough to give this franchise reason to believe they can certainly get the job done.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Geno Smith, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Yeah, this is pretty similar to the Wildcat plays that were bouncing around the league circa 2008 or so. The idea here, just snap it right to the guy you want to run with it. In theory, you're getting yourself an extra blocker. And here, that Wildcat runner is your quarterback. And he takes it into the end zone.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
He'll look underneath and finds Brown. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a short one to Gesicki. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Williams. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
At the 29-yard line.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Now it's Burrow. Buying time to, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. looking to throw. They'll run the screen with Moss. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Play action. It's Smith. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Smith. This is Fant on the short completion.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
First down for Lockett, and he's someone who's been a reliable weapon throughout his entire career. In fact, he doesn't get the credit he deserves. When it's all said and done, he's been one of the best receivers in Seahawks franchise history.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Returning right back to Lockett. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Seahawks have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're talking about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Burrow will throw. Throw left side complete to Chase. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the game by Higgins, and he's got his guys a first down. Here's Burrow. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go.
Burrow on play action. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
And that very nearly a second interception of this first quarter. He's been really loose with the football, and that's going to need to...
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
On now to punt, Brad Robbins. This is taken at the 18. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now Geno. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing now is Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
It's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. To throw is Smith. And he's got his big tight end here.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Geno now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
On one, ready? Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll drop this underneath to Moss. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This will be caught by Brown. 2 yards on the pickup there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Gun. 11 MT. 12. 11.
Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now it's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
But when we see the ball tipped in the air, sometimes we get a little roll change, don't we? Because when it's in the air, sometimes the defensive back becomes the receiver. And in this case, the receiver looked like a defensive back, but ended up a receiver.
He caught it as a receiver. Hey, it worked out.
Worked out really well for them. But I'm telling you, the defensive guys,
frustrated.
Oh, frustrated. They're going to catch it in film.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Burrow looking to pass. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Gesicki from 4 yards out. And the Bengals are back within a score.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the ball now going back over to Seattle Seahawks offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Walker to start the drive. And fights through one man. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Though he's seen some good pressure defensively already here in the 1st quarter, here's another good example.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
You better find a way to try and block this guy because he's one of the most disruptive pass rushers in the NFL. Recorded at least 13.5 sacks in 3 of the last 4 seasons, including a career best 17.5 a year ago.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Now Burrow. Able to get away. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
11.
Play action. It's Burrow. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Evan McPherson for the Bengals field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. McPherson's kick is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. There's a nice move. Able to fight through one tackle. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He completes this to Walker. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8. From the 50, it's Smith. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
And down he goes again. A bevy of sacks in less than a half. But this defense is still losing the game. They've got to fix something because there should be no excuse for losing with an effort like this on that side of the ball. They need to take advantage when their defense is generating this kind of pressure so early in the game.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
You doing okay over there, partner? Because that's yet another sack in this game that you just had to call. We're not even at halftime yet. No wonder this team has the lead. What an effort by the defense right from the word go. The adjustments at halftime, they're going to have to be big, or this could really get ugly in the second half.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now Burrow loses the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. take care of the football. That's job one, paramount, because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Boye Mafe buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
I'm one, right?
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Here we go. Stop! Stop!
Here's Burrow. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go. Stop!
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Take it at the 37. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set them back on second. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
Here we go. Stop. Stop.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is Chase, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Boye Mafe. And the Seahawks are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Lockett, the man in motion. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Shedding the tackle. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll run for it. It's Walker. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
Rolling to his, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Throwing now is Geno. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
This is Fant on the short completion, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. This will be caught by Brown. He gets away from one. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
To the air again, Smith. Steps away to his left. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
A shotgun snap for Smith. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less.
Out of the gun, Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Here's Smith. Dancing to his left. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Geno Smith, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Now it's Burrow. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Draymond Jones in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. Now Burrow loses the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Following the fumble recovery, Smith. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just past the 35. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Bengals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here we go.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And this will be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Here's Brad Robbins now. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Smith. Being chased out left. And down he'll go at the 25. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. In trouble, and he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
On one, ready? Here we go, here we go.
Now Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Burrow looking to pass. Buying time to his left. And he's got this down to the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
It's really something special when we see a quarterback top 100 yards in one half of football. And if he keeps up this pace in the second half, the NFL record for single-game rushing by a QB is certainly in sight.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Their entire offense has been centered on him, and he's been carrying the load with ease. 100 yards rushing in a game for a quarterback is rare. In a single half, darn near a masterpiece.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He finds his man complete. That's Moss. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
In motion, the tight end. Now it's Burrow. This is caught. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now the Seahawks going to use the 1st of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Keep in mind they can still get a 1st down here as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Here we go.
An inside give, Brown. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground, powering forward. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Second and a couple. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Geno now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Back to throw, Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that 1st down run.
Now Geno. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Smith. Got him in. It's Brown. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Here's Burrow.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
18 more yards there and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
They'll run on first down with Moss.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Burrow will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good pickup there at 22.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Gun. Cut.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Zach Moss, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. Breaks through the contact. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 94 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Not only an explosive play, but an explosive run. I mean, broken tackles along the way to pick up that yardage.
The way things kept churning for him, feet were moving, the legs were driving. Looks like someone who spent his off-season working on hill work, running through sand, all the things that you want to build up those leg muscles.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Smith now to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw is Smith. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And Metcalf going to have the Seahawks first down as he'll get this down to the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Smith throwing again. This is Fant on the short completion. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing now is Geno. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Smith. He'll buy some time right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Throwing is Smith. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3.
They didn't need much. They didn't get much. But what they did get was enough for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Smith. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Leonard Williams getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, they've got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Smith. He'll find Metcalf. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Smith.
Flush to his right. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Here's Smith. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Seahawks first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Geno now to throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Cincinnati set to take over once again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Moss. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Moss. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Again, it's Burrow. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Moss once more. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Moss. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They're going to run for it. It's Moss. And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. Second down and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now Geno on the move to his left. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the 1st down before taking the hit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Smith now to throw, eluding the pressure right. Fighting his way through contact. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Back to throw, Smith. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, 43 yards. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bengals set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Jones has it. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Stop. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here we go. Stop.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Boye Mafe able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Here we go, hey.
Throwing now is Geno. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
From midfield now, Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Seahawks will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. Play action. It's Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They give them 5 yards there, and it's enough for the 1st.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Now, he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. 145 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Here we go.
To throw is Smith. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Logan Wilson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so that you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Now a second and 2.
Here we go, here we go.
And Burrow going to throw again. Flushed out right. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the Seahawks 24.
Burrow will throw. This complete to Jones. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3.
A gain of 3 yards. That's another Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up first and 10 at their own 13. Geno now to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
A gain of 16 yards. down, Seahawks.
Smith. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Now a draw play. It's Walker. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And Walker once more. Shrugs him off. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Logan Wilson getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Sliding out of the pocket. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Joseph Osai. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Now a short one to Gesicki. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now it's Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
11 MT.
Now Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals 1st down as he's inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. caught on the right side by Jones. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Burrow looking to pass. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
11.
Moss trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try again. But he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And now look at him go. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. In motion right, that's Metcalf.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full play.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Burrow, open man is Chase, complete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
That is caught. He's got a first and maybe more.
And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 57 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. In motion goes the tight end. Again, it's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. It's Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Smith. Steps away to his left. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. And quickly they get to the line.
First down, Seahawks.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. Dancing to his left. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a 2nd and 10. Smith going to throw it. Flush to his right. This is the tight end fan. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.